Welcome to Downtown Bridal's Vendor Collective, where we bring you event professionals of the Delmar Eastern Shore. They are experts in their field, and they're a key part of how we're elevating our upcoming events at Downtown Bridal. When we look for partners to collaborate with, we look for two things: excellence in their craft and real value for our clients.
So today we are here with Samantha and Caroline of Kylan Barn and Venue 54 and Kylan Creative Studios. So we have the whole complete package. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Maria.
So we were able to have a beautiful tour before this. And so some of the questions that came up, you gave us a fantastic tour. What would a bride and groom in particular, and I assume you do other events, can expect after they do the tour and they say, okay, we want this, what can they expect to happen?
So then they would send us an email letting us know that they want to book, what date they want to book. We'll send them the venue rental proposal, any add-ons that they want at the initial booking. So if they wanted to do the bungalow, if it was separate, or the wood ceremony at Kylan, we could add that in then. And then they can start hiring the vendors on their own. So unless they're doing our planning packages or our coordinating, then we're a little more hands-on. Throughout the planning time that they're planning their wedding, we have planning guides on our website to help for each venue. So each venue has its own planning guide with how many tables, how many chairs, what's included, what's not included. So they can look through all of that. And then as they get closer.
And what's the name of that website to get that planning guide?
A link. It's on both of our venue websites.
So okay. Venue, we have like a link. Both of them go same.
Yeah,
got it.
Planning guide.
It's like a PDF version.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we reach out to schedule their walkthrough a couple months before the walkthrough date. So usually like 6 months before their wedding, we'll reach out to them to schedule their walkthrough, which is the month before their wedding. So then that's when they'll come prepared with their final head count, all of their wedding day details to meet with us. We would do their timeline, their vendor information, and then do their layout. So just making sure that their layout's good to go for their wedding day. All the logistics involving the venue and the couple are all sorted out before we go into their wedding day. Then we're following up with them usually the week before to confirm their layout, make sure everything's good to go, get their final chair counts, because we work with them based on how many chairs per table. Like that's how detailed we get with them. So just making sure that all the details are there before they get there on their wedding day.
Fantastic. Yes. So you talked about all these options for the packages and adding on and so forth. Do you have one package that includes just kit and caboodle?
We do. We're putting together more packages, but we have a package that includes Kylan with the flower credit, the month of coordination. That's about $10,000. We include linens with it. So we have a package that includes most of it, but a lot of the stuff is customizable. So we want people to be able to feel like they can customize it, and we can make them a custom package based on what they want.
So you said you have a specific list in particular regarding caterers. What type of offerings do they have? Like, I know you guys use Mission Barbecue a lot, which is fantastic. We've had it with them. So that's a very rustic feel. Do you have anything a little bit more formal?
We do. We have caterers that range in price from about $25 a person to $200 a person. So we can do a mix of any menu that the clients would want with catering. I would say even Mission can do an upscale package. They do the prime rib, but we work with like Street Kitchen. They have a good in between where they could do tacos, or they can do prime rib style menu. Black Diamond, same thing. They range with their menus. Coastal Catering now, lots of options. And really with the ones on our list, you can customize what you want.
So they don't have to do it through you. It's just they have to use one of them.
Yep. If they are hiring us to do their planning, so that's like us planning start to finish, then we're managing their budget. So at that time, we would be reaching out to the caterers, getting menus, pricing, and then letting the clients know what their options are.
Awesome.
So we have 2 actual wedding venues. What makes someone choose one over the other?
Everybody always asks me that. It's really just based on their preferences. I feel as if Kylan Barn is more of an open air venue. You want to kind of be able to utilize the whole property in a sense, have your guests flow around. It is a little more country rustic. I wouldn't say it's rustic.
No, I don't
like
think
a coastal.
So.
Yeah. And then here is more inside. You kind of want the drapery look, the nice clean, like
chandeliers.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's a little more crisp.
Yeah, so it's really just preference. A lot of times people want the weekend rental with the bungalow, so that
nice.
pulls them towards here. Or if they want a wood ceremony site, they might pick Kylan.
Mm.
So it is really preference on what they're looking for. We had a girl the other day who wanted water, which maybe neither venue would be a waterfront venue, but she chose Kylan because of the ponds.
Of the ponds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the landscape.
Usually they'll tour both if they're not like undecided, and Kyle will show them Kylan and Venue 54, and they go with one or the other based on overall vibes, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the dock on that pond, I don't see guests gathering around the pond to watch it's really for just the intimate or pictures. Yeah.
Kind of similar to the fire pit, just like a little feature for people.
And I tell everybody, one of the really nice things is I know Kyle of Kylan, he's originally a photographer, so he looks at every aspect from the lens point of view, and that makes all the difference.
It really does. And being able to like see what needs to be done to make the property better, he's great about doing that.
His photography mindset, because at the end of the day, 20 years is all you're going to have is your pictures. So, especially at Kylan and here, you get really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone knows I like my chairs perfect and my napkins perfect.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's all about the details.
It is.
You know, even when I'm working on a dress, sometimes that eighth of an inch makes all the difference between a strap laying completely flat and just being there and doing its job.
And that's why you're the best at what you do. Yes. Yes.
But it really does, and it is because of the pictures that I am and the overall aesthetic, but I am very particular because of those reasons. Because when we get pictures back, I don't want people to notice that a candle is crooked. I want people to notice that the venue looks great, the couple looks great, and everything is good to go.
It doesn't have to be edited.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so we have a very specific list for catering because that's a very logistic intensive vendor. I understand that. So with other vendors, do they have options of using other people? Do you have a preferred vendor list for other items?
We have a preferred vendor list. It's not mandatory that our clients choose from our list. We recommend it because they're vendors that we stand behind them. We value their work. We think that they put out things that are equal to our standards. So while, yes, we prefer you choose from that list, you don't have to. A lot of people might have a DJ friend or somebody that isn't local that they prefer to hire, which is completely fine. A lot of times people do choose photographers off of our list just because that's a big, broad vendor. Videographers, DJs even. I mean, DJs usually we have the same DJs. Bakers, little things like that.
So you had talked to me during the tour that yes, if you want to bring your own dessert for the dessert table, that's completely allowed. But as far as bringing a food truck, I mean, obviously they have to be licensed and insured. Can it just be their Uncle Jeff being the DJ, or do they need to be an actual business licensed and insured?
Yeah, there's a thin line there. We prefer Uncle Jeff not to be your DJ because is he an MC? Who's to say? Is he going to ask the coordinator to talk in the microphone? Probably, because that's the pattern that I've ran into before. Yeah. So little things like that. Do they have a table? Do they have a linen? Did they tell us that they didn't have a table or linen? So those are things that people in their mind think, oh, I want to hire this vendor because X, Y, and Z. It's my uncle or it's my friend or it's somebody who's giving me a discount. Right. But then in scheme of things, it is all those little logistics.
And it causes chaos.
It won't go as smooth as they think it will.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, our vendors, our DJs on our list show up, set up, do a good job.
Know the space.
Don't need anything from us.
Yes. So it is important when you want a smooth wedding day to hire vendors that are going to make your wedding day smooth. And you can still do that on a budget. You just have to select mindfully.
Yeah.
Select where you're like you want to spend more money versus where you want to.
Oh, I tell my brides that all the time. What's important to you?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Flowers and
the dress.
Yeah.
And the dress.
Flowers and the dress. Flowers and the dress. Everything you need. You can eat whatever you want.
Because that's what's in the pictures that'll last forever.
Yeah.
So we talked about why someone should pick one venue over the other. Kylan is a lot more open, but it has a lot more going on. You have your groomsmen that are separated, and then your bridal suite, but it's not a come and hang out situation except for that small window of the event. But you do have other options at Venue 54, correct?
Yes.
So at Venue 54, we include a bungalow that sleeps up to 12 guests. So a lot of times they'll do like a sleepover there the night before, and then the girls will transition to the bridal suite, and then the house is open for the day for the guys or whoever wants to hang out there. So Usually it's a big party over there. They'll have cornhole, all the things, and then they might even go back there after the wedding to hang out with a couple close friends. So having the house right there is a nice asset to the property because they're able to utilize the venue and the bungalow together.
So Venue 54, oftentimes the package includes most of the weekend, not just the day of.
Yeah, so they check in Friday or whatever day, the day before their wedding is, at the bungalow at 3, and they can even come to the venue and bring over their decor and small items and put them in the venue. They could start setting up their tables if they wanted. Now, if they've hired us, we do all that for them. So they just get to chill and enjoy their wedding weekend.
Yes.
And then the wedding day is 12 hours at the venue. And then they check out of the bungalow on Sunday at 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they could even do their rehearsal
do.
dinner in-house.
Yeah. They'll a lot
not
of
have to
times
go
have
different
it here.
places.
Yeah. So a
That's
lot of
nice.
times they'll
They'll set it up out here on the overhang or in the loft inside if they want something casual,
Like
low-key.
pizza.
Yeah. Love that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just keeps it all very intimate.
It does. Yeah. Really.
Goes back to what they want, but it is 9 times out of 10 people utilize this property to it the fullest with that.
No, I would.
Especially
Yeah.
if they're like out of town, they have a lot of guests coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, there aren't a lot of hotels directly right next to us, but do you have any relationship with the hotels to recommend?
Yeah, we do. We have relationships with the Courtyard by Marriott, the Holiday Inn, Hampton Inn, and then we also work with a lot of different shuttle companies. So that way
excellent.
the shuttles can grab them from the hotels, bring them,
Fantastic.
and then circle back to
Which
them.
they're less than 10 minutes away.
Yeah. Some of our shuttle companies have even gone to Ocean City before and grabbed people from there and then brought them back.
Wow.
They had like a whole wedding party that stayed in Ocean City.
Hey, whatever makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
They were going to Secrets afterwards.
Oh, well. At least I didn't use that venue.
For real.
And those are the ones that we're full service planning. So we're hiring the shuttle. I mean,
Right,
they hired on
right.
their own, but we're coordinating all those logistics.
Yeah, why not if you already have it in place?
Yeah.
Why try to figure it out?
Yeah. I agree.
Make sure they show up when they're supposed to.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I'll be
Right?
Colin, we're done with those transportation
Yeah, no.
companies. Our days of that are
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. No, and
where are you?
it is about who you know and knowing that, oh my gosh, I got her phone number right in my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have to be looking through the website
Yeah.
to find out who do I talk to.
Or a new vendor I've never worked with, I'm in the back of my head like, are they going to be here?
Yeah.
Are they going to
Yeah.
provide what they're
Yeah.
supposed to be providing? Is it going to be done the way it's supposed to be done? So that all goes back to being mindful about what vendors you're hiring.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're not open to new people.
No, we're not. Even with caterers, we'll allow people to do off-list caterers. It just is a little more logistics and a little more rules to be followed. But we want to work with people, and we want their wedding day to be what they want.
And rules are not supposed to hinder, they're supposed to help.
Yeah. Correct.
Just like our children.
Yes. Correct.
So both venues, beautiful amount of parking. Love that. So I moved my shop.
Yeah. Right.
In relation to bringing the vendors, that may be a mobile truck, that would be a bar or a taco truck or the photo booth truck. How do you work with them?
We would go over that at the 30-day walkthrough. So that vendor needs to provide the couple and or planner with whatever requirements they need. They need electricity. They need whatever they need, 10 by 10 area, 20 by 20 area. And then we would determine the best place to put them based on the couple's layout, the overall flow of guests. Most of the people on our list that have trucks and such, like Coastal Catering, the Street Kitchen, they go to the same spot every time. They know the routine. Even mobile bars, here they could pull up along the side at the back of the overhang. The food trucks usually pull up by the kitchen here, and then at Kylan, they'll pull alongside of the parking lot side overhang. So there's plenty of spaces. Depending on the layout, they could go in the circle. So that's all stuff that we would review at the final walkthrough.
And you have bars set up in both locations, but if someone wanted to have the mobile bar, do they need to use your bartenders?
As long as the mobile bar is 100% self-sufficient. So that's when they're working out of, like, say it is a horse trailer, they're working out of their horse trailer, they're providing everything they need. The couples have coordinated with them directly. If they're coming in and using our bar, no, they can't. They would have to hire our bartenders just because of all the logistics of the bar.
I understand that completely.
Yeah, but if they're self-sufficient and have a mobile trailer, they can use them.
And well, if you're having someone new, I would assume you'd even want to meet and talk with them before the day of.
Yeah.
We ask them to either email, coordinate a site visit with us, or come to the final walkthrough and let us know that they're going to be coming, so we can allot extra time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Kylan Creative Studio on property as well?
Right now we have a floating studio, so we're kind of working out of all of our different locations. We will be building a floral studio and a place where brides and couples can come and actually meet with us, see all the different options that we have. But for now, we just kind of meet out of the studio, but we offer full service florals, rental flowers that are fake flowers, decor, candles, linens, bar mixers, you name it. We have it, tableware, we coordinate all those logistics of
And
The rental.
you said like the arches, if they choose to put that there, that's all part of what the studio does as well.
Yeah, we have pretty much any shape arch you could ask for, from crosses to hexagons, triangles, squares, all of it. So we have a lot of different options, and we're always growing the creative studio, always adding new things. I'm the queen of we can do that.
Absolutely.
So
I saw something in a yard sale I wanted to pick up and make it with.
Yeah, I swore I would never do balloons.
And then we had a client recently that asked me to do balloons, and I was like, I think I can do that.
I was like, you're crazy. I'm like, it's fine. So
I just like to be accommodating and grow the collection of rentals that we have and the flowers, because it does make it a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
I know how to set up the venues nicely and easily. It doesn't really take me as much effort, I feel, as it would from an outside vendor, just because I'm here all the time.
So I know in particular, someone just got married and they made their own arch, and because they wanted to save the money, whatever. But then they had to spend money on a U-Haul to take it there.
Yeah, a lot of people will opt to do that. Now people are starting to see and listen to the benefits of renting it. I do think do-it-yourself can be beneficial at times,
Absolutely.
but you do have to think of all of those logistics. Even does your venue put your arbor together, or do you need to put it together when you get to the venue? Because I don't feel comfortable always putting something that somebody else made together, because I'm not sure
What nuance about it needs to keep it clipped.
So little things like that. And then, like you said, having a U-Haul to load it all back in at the end, having to, which Kylan and Venue 54, you have places you can park the U-Haul, but some venues might not. So just keeping that.
And what do you do with it afterwards?
Yeah, what do you do with it afterwards?
We do a wedding yard sale here, but but again, aside from that, it's really much easier to rent and oftentimes cheaper to rent than it is to buy and do it all yourself, because you do have to think of the time of putting it together. Do you have everything you need? How many trips to the store have you had to make? You don't need to worry about that when you're hiring us to do it, because we do that for you.
And you can still have something personalized. So like if you have a green wall background, they can still bring their own neon, I would assume.
Yeah, they can bring their own neon wool and can move their flowers from the ceremony to inside. I've even done custom signage before. So we really can do anything our couples want.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. And to see more about this amazing vendor and their products or services, please visit our webpage, downtownbridalmd.com, and go to the Vendor Collective page.